mostly complaining. That's what I do behind the shades that I withdrew. Mostly complaining. It's not my fault, so I just laugh and watch it fall apart.
Hello, and welcome to Mostly Complaining, the show that is mostly complaining. Yes.
Yay.
And that has not changed in, what are we at, episode 4 now, Sam?
All 4 episodes.
All 4 episodes have been chock full of complaining.
Literally only mostly complaining.
The title is apt,
Yes.
is what we mean.
Yeah, no, we nailed that one.
Yeah.
Right on the head.
So that we're doing well at. Some
Yeah.
things that we're not doing well at, just to do a little bit of housekeeping since our brains don't work so well.
Yeah,
We can blame the legalization of pot in New Mexico, but really it's
Let's
not
do that.
really an excuse. But we had mentioned a couple of episodes ago the face of conservative intelligentsia, before he died.
Yeah.
That was we had a listener write in and correct us, because we were grasping for that name. That would be William F. Buckley Jr.
Yes. Stay relevant.
And he was the host of Firing Line for quite a while until he died. Had a well-publicized debate with Gore Vidal back in the 1968 election.
He's well-versed in Mr. Buckley.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
Except for his
there's a
name.
documentary on Netflix. I think it's called like The Best of Enemies, which is worth a watch. But that's neither here nor there. So we'll get on. See, it's not all complaining. Some of it is informative.
Information. Yeah.
But let's get on to the bitching, shall we?
Right away.
First item up on the docket for complaint: Facebook tough guys.
Facebook.
These fucking guys with the fucking Joker memes, the Peaky Blinders memes, the fucking Al Pacino Scarface memes, and they're warning you. They're warning you about what it's like to have them as an enemy, and the importance of loyalty. Meanwhile, this guy usually is a fucking cashier at Walgreens. It's like, who is your fucking enemy, Kevin? Is it Janet that works in the pharmacy? Is it the guy that works at the CVS across the street? Is that who you have like your big beef with? Who has these fucking enemies? Do you have enemies, Sam? Do you actually have enemies?
I don't even know enough people to make enemies. I mean, I understand the type of person you're talking about, though. Like in real life, they're the kind of guy that's like, they're like, bro, and YOLO, and stop calling my house. Susan doesn't love you anymore.
That sounds oddly specific, Sam.
They're usually one to like maybe be a little heftier, and so they're gonna throw their weight around, and they're the tough guy. Yeah, loyal.
Yeah, overweight.
You have
overweight.
2 wolves inside of you, and both of them are assholes.
Yes. It's one of those things that I'm wondering, it's like, who has fucking enemies like this? And never mind, it's like they seem to have arch enemies on top of that.
Oh, wow.
So it's like there's this whole level of antagonism that's going on with Kevin that works at Walgreens. That's way more fucking drama than I have. I don't know of any enemies that I have. I don't know. Maybe I'm not fixated on it. Maybe I'm not writing. But these are also the same people that do this fucking emotional blackmail shit. They're posting the if you see, you need to post the 4th picture in your fucking gallery, and if you don't do this, then we're not as close as I thought. Maybe you're really not one of my friends. So maybe just unfriend me. It's like, no, we're not friends. We're Facebook friends. That is nothing.
They're the ones that are like, don't be a hater. You're a hater. And it's like, no, I just don't want to take you to the mall. No, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to listen to your shit. I don't want to fucking repost your fucking shit. Why are there so
many?
It's like, They all have the same pair of sunglasses.
Yeah. That's a fucking. I want to see American flag. I want to see an American flag. I'm pushing this American flag. I bet only 3 people in my friends list will post this American flag. You know, I support the police. You know, I bet nobody has the balls to say they support the police on. You know, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Even if I was like fucking, you know, like even if I believe absolutely in the fucking thing, for you putting it that way, fuck you. You know. It's like, see, I love baby seals, and you know, it's like, if anybody that doesn't post this, they really want to murder baby seals. And it's like, no, I love baby seals. I think that they are adorable. But I shoot a baby seal in the face because of you.
Let's go clubbing for this one.
Club a fucking seal.
Useless people.
Useless people. Getting on to useless people.
What's next?
What do we have next? You know, this is
we're
again.
We're gonna reiterate.
We're so fucking organized.
It's mostly
so
complaining.
fucking organized.
We'll get there.
These are out of order.
It's like we're on drugs or something.
The next item for complaint, another big
on the docket.
Next on the docket.
Yeah.
Another big item. We usually do these in the middle, but the drug war.
The drug war.
What a useless fucking. It's like the most useless fucking war that we've had, and we could go ad nauseum about how toothless and ineffective the fucking drug war is. I mean, we're legalizing pot now.
Yeah.
If you want to look at the history, the drug war was really ramped up by the Nixon administration, and admittedly, Lee Atwater, which was Nixon's hatchet man, is on the record as saying that it was a political calculation because, you know, the African American movements, you know, for civil rights had a tendency to toke the ganj, and also the fucking hippies. So their political enemies were on the right side. It was a good move.
Yeah. I will give Nixon that, you know, hippies suck also.
Hippies do suck.
But not enough to start a war.
Not enough to start a war.
War is never the answer.
But yeah, that's the whole thing. We've continued on with this fucking nonsense. Reagan continued on. You know, fucking Bill Clinton continued on. We've continued on. Yeah. We're now you know, legalizing weed at least. You know, kind of.
There.
You know, at least in some states. But I think that one of the things that we're not looking at, we're looking at the drugs all wrong, because there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of fucking things that we could do with people that are addicted to drugs that would be useful.
Yeah, no, they're useful.
There's all kinds of useful energy.
You could learn a lot from drugs.
Just as a for instance, if we wanted to take meth heads. What are meth heads good at? They're good at taking apart small appliances.
Yeah, no. Recycling.
So if we were to tell meth heads, hey, there's a listening device in one of these toasters, you know, that you're gonna have those toasters parted out, and if you wanted them to organize it by piece, eat all the better.
Yeah.
You know, why aren't we doing this? Instead, you know, I mean, otherwise they're just gonna pick at themselves, or you know, again, it's energy that we're wasting.
I agree.
You know, we could put cokeheads to work on working on screenplays. You know, all those shitty movies. It's just like 100 monkeys typing on a typewriter at the same time. You get enough cokeheads, you know, you're gonna come up with like Sharknado 6.
Yeah.
Or
Llamageddon.
what the fuck ever. Yeah.
Velocipaster.
You know, I mean, like,
pretty
sure. But we could get those, you know, for the price of a mound of Coke.
Yeah,
you know, it's probably cheaper.
And it's
you know,
already in Hollywood.
There's some sort of like SAG agreement that we could use.
Yeah,
you know,
throw it in with the union.
So union scale blow.
Which it's already in Hollywood. How is this not?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we're not, you know, again, you know, why we're not utilizing the fucking natural energy that we're getting off of these drugs instead of criminalizing them. Yeah. Why don't we just go with the flow?
Make them useful.
Learn Snackheads, fucking heroin addicts, you know, think about how windy it is here and how many things need to be weighed down, and you could just put, a base, like just think of a bouncy house. You could just layer it with junkies
underneath
on the bottom,
yeah.
And it's a safe place for them to take a nap.
Yeah.
The children can happily bounce on top.
There's a breeze.
If there's a breeze, that shit's going nowhere. It's just fucking dead weight from people nodding the fuck out. But we have the film industry here. We've got plenty of tarps that need to be weighed down. Again, the film industry, gaffer tape, it's a thing of the past.
It is, yeah.
When you have heroin addicts that are nodding out, in specific places, you just want to we know that they're going to nod out, but why don't you nod out any useful fucking place?
Hold this down, But there, you can learn a lot from drugs. Like a friend of mine started doing the microdosing thing,
microdosing.
Yeah, take a small amount of mushrooms.
Do that. I do that.
I've learned from that, and now I started microdosing cocaine. Just to get you through the day. Just little, enough.
Yeah, just a little toot.
I started microdosing everything. I don't stalk my girlfriend anymore. I just microdose stalk her by being a panhandler on her route to work, so.
Well, that's clever.
And it makes her feel better to see me, out not doing as well as she does.
Yeah, and it's not like a full stock.
No, exactly.
It's not like a full.
Yeah, she might not work that day.
The protective order doesn't apply to that.
Public area.
And you're really kind of technically in disguise, so that kind of works.
Yeah, exactly.
And so when you're microdosing cocaine, Sam, are you doing that? How many minutes apart are you microdosing it?
I think you're always microdosing cocaine.
Yeah.
Just it's really about the spacing.
The spacing.
It helps you lose weight. You smoke more cigarettes. That's always good.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, which is also good for weight control. Yeah,
it's a good diet. There's a lot to learn.
I think that you're absolutely right. We should be learning more from drugs, Sam.
I agree.
We should be looking at these people that are on enormous amounts of drugs, which they are. All of the successful people on incredible amounts of drugs.
Yeah. Which I guess that's the end of the drug war, was to do what America does with everything we want to end and just gentrify it. So now we have drug stores. And if it's in capitalism, then it can't be bad.
No, of course not.
Taxes.
Yay, capitalism.
Yeah, then we'll start paying taxes in the film industry for all the heroin that they have to buy in order to have their put down people, hold down people. Same thing with the coke. I think the drugs.
Our paperweight junkies.
Yeah.
So.
It's a great band name.
All right. Again, this is like one of those broad topics, like the inevitable collapse of society and discernible reality.
Yeah, that's
that we'll probably come back to. So the drug war is pretty big. It's still going on. Yeah. There's a lot of
we hit big,
incarceration that we should be noted hits not white people more than
it's facts.
So not us really dealing with it.
Yeah, prison labor, but doing the things.
Legalized slavery.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah.
So
all right, comedy.
Big complaints, big topics. We love.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
All the stuff that is what everybody else complains about. Just better.
Just better. Yeah, I think that.
And mostly.
I think it's clearly better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people complain about they do complain about things, Sam. But we're doing it with a certain panache.
Yeah, broad spectrum, hard hitting.
Not to toot our own horns here, but. We'll get into our next thing here.
We are hitting our percentages of complaining quite easily. Well above.
Our numbers are good. Do we have any graphs or a pie chart or something like that?
We can get one of our complaint numbers.
Of our level.
Of our ratio.
The ratio.
Yeah, no, we'll throw that up. It'll be, up here.
We're working on that. All right.
Look, there it is. Boom. Got it.
Holy shit! That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, science.
That is fucking amazing.
Microdosing cocaine, like I said, keeps me on top of things.
Well, then keep it up, Sam.
Microdose my organization as well.
Yeah.
So no, we do. We hit big topics, like this next one.
Yeah, exactly. This is of societal significance. Okay, so next on the docket for complaint This fucking guy. Who's this fucking guy?
Is it
Dennis.
me? Oh, okay, it's not me.
Dennis.
Dennis.
No, this is the cashier of my local Circle K, who is a real person, and I hate him very much. I mean, like, I can't. This is personal to me, Sam.
Yeah, no, I don't
hate
know
this
Dennis.
person, like, on a level. It makes me want to reorganize society on, like, how to get fucking Dennis out of the workforce. How do we get Dennis not to work at Circle K? Because, like, I would pay any amount of taxes just for him to stay home and fucking play video games and just not be into the fucking in the fucking work pool, because he's a useless piece of shit. I mean, like, I can't fucking describe to you the fucking rage that I feel looking at his stupid fucking face, you know. And you know, honestly, if we could get him out of the workforce and possibly out of the gene pool, that would be fucking great. But, you know, hey, you know, we're not into, you know, fucking, you know, touchy subject when we're getting into, like, fucking sterilization and you know, fucking incentivized abortions, you know. But I guarantee you that fucking Dennis has at least 3 or 4 fat-headed moronic fucking children that are gonna make more fucking Dennises. So.
And of all times.
It's fine. But, you know, here's the thing. Goes into the abortion thing. The people that are into the abortion thing, not so hot on the social safety net that would keep Dennis away from
That's true.
Fucking ruining my day.
Yeah, no. He has to be born and ruin your day.
No.
Customer service.
That's the thing. You can't have one or the other. It's sort of like you if you're going to have, you know, everybody have children, like Dennis, then understand that there's going to be shit that we don't want them to do, like touch sharp objects or run a fucking cash register or hold public office. You know, these are people that I mean, I'm sorry, we have to separate the wheat from the chaff, but it's like there are certain people in our society that it's better off just like stay fucking home. Stay fucking home, play fucking video games, jerk off. Fucking do whatever. Whoa, sitting around leeching off the government. It's like, yes, I do.
Yeah, as long as
I'm perfectly fine with it.
That's relatable. Like, I'm out of context, you know, because I've never met Dennis. But what was like the last thing he said to you?
Would you like a receipt? Would you like a receipt?
Do you ever get a receipt?
I didn't.
No, do you ever?
No, I don't get a receipt.
So he asks every
the receipt machine doesn't work, and I don't think he knows how to fucking change the fucking roll.
Just nothing.
That's neither here nor there, Sam. I'm
just going for, you know,
this fucking guy.
Are you friends with him on Facebook?
No, I'm not friends with him on Facebook.
Is he sharing Joker memes? Peaky Blinders?
I can't even imagine what Dennis's fucking Facebook looks like. I mean, it really is. But I mean, like, it's just this level of lackadaisical incompetence that fucking makes me, again, want to reorganize society.
Is that the problem?
So that I don't have to fucking deal with Dennis.
With everybody being woke now, it means, like, even, like, the scum of the earth are woke as well, and they also know, like, it's a capitalistic system and he doesn't care. But when he doesn't care, it's not like nonchalant. Like, if you don't care, you'll still do your job. But if he doesn't care, he's like, hey, world's empty anyways.
Yeah, it's just everybody should have a job. Everybody needs a job. You know, there's plenty of people that don't need a job. They don't need to do anything because they're too stupid to fucking do anything. They're just that dumb. They're that dumb. They're that lazy. Just fucking push them off to the side so that fucking other people, we can either automate or fucking you get some people in there that do give a shit.
I feel like you had more use for the junkies.
No, of course. That's the thing. But there's the use for crackheads. What are we going to do with crackheads? Let's give them Dennis's job, you know? Because at least they would be more fucking have the wherewithal. At least like more fucking wherewithal. They might be fucking trembling and have to like fucking go into the corner and vomit occasionally. But at least you're going to they would know which cigarettes it is that you want. You know, how many times do I have to come in here and tell you that it's fucking Celadon? Celadon. It's C. It's whatever. Is that one? No, none of that. Fucking asshole.
Do do you hit the button?
I don't smoke anymore. I quit smoking because of Dennis.
They're clearly because of him.
Yeah.
Do you hit the sad face button at the gas station every time you see?
I don't participate in surveys like that.
That's what
they're
this show
doing
is
is
for.
they're just collecting our DNA to replace us.
Maybe we should. The idea, I think, then, is we need to come up with an elaborate plan to get Dennis addicted to drugs, and then he'll be useful. It'll give him purpose, because then he'll have a drive.
Yeah.
To try harder.
That's
maybe.
possible. I mean, like, why not? Because if you're just stone-ass sober and you're that fucking useless, what are drugs gonna hurt? I mean, at that point, go ahead and just start fucking shooting heroin into your scrotum.
To be a better person.
Well, and obviously, I think heroin would be the perfect drug for him because it's already, if you're just unconscious, you're going to be more useful than you are.
He's already a paperweight.
As stone sober,
but without the talking.
Without the talking, Oh
That's
my
the
god,
important part.
I hate this. I mean, like, I really like. I feel it. I mean, it's.
Just I mean, does he try to do the small talk? Is that the problem, or
He does that.
it's You're not a small talker.
I'm not a small talker. Well, he does like the small talk with like the people in front of you too.
Like you just heard him say the same thing.
It's just like the fucking it's like one of those like
Repeating
fucking
pull
chipper. Let me repeat some fucking mundane anecdote.
Yeah, same soup, different spoon.
Oh, you fucking piece of shit.
I like to throw him off as the same shit, different toilet.
I want him to be eaten by meth bears. That's.
It's by what now?
Oh, that brings us to our last topic.
Yeah. Hard hitting.
Little cats out of the bag or bears out of the bag.
Bears in the bag.
But
Gummy bears.
next topic.
Yeah.
Main topic for today.
He said was
meth bears.
meth bears.
Meth bears.
That's
you heard me right.
Google it.
Meth bears.
Google it. Meth bears.
Yeah.
They exist.
So you can see it is
keep bears.
It's a topic.
Off meth. Yeah.
Topic very close to my heart, and I know that there's some of you out here, you big city liberals, that really aren't in tune to the challenges facing rural communities.
The meth bears.
Yeah. Places in the heartland of America, Sam. The heartland of America, where the real Americans live. The places that have problems with bears.
Yeah.
And then also meth.
Yeah. No.
And then also meth bears.
Yeah. And a few other things. Mostly.
Yeah, which is not just the worst idea for a Saturday morning cartoon ever.
It is though, but not just.
The real bears that are on meth, Sam, and they're not just after your picnic baskets either. They're after your catalytic converters and copper wire, probably. So, but look, this is an issue that's going ignored because I think it is. It's in these rural communities. It's not like they're like putting like a whole lot of money into the tax base. These bears. They're inserting themselves into the local drug economy, and once you get bears that insert themselves in the local drug economy, it's kind of hard to get them out, isn't it?
Yeah, who's saying
and I've been working with an organization called the Citizens Against Meth Bears Alliance, which is a PAC, one of those PACs. Hopefully, you would think that it. Is as benign. I have a suspicion that they're funded by Big Pharma and that they just want to get the bears, addicted to Adderall and mood stabilizers, but who's to say? I'm doing anything that I can. We're doing bake sales. I'm selling these T-shirts.
Get it into the political world.
Yeah. I'm trying to give back, Sam. So I should have this up on my website, ChuckParkerComedy.com. Right. If I don't, by the time this airs, then I'm a terrible person or a bad business person.
Yeah. Spread the word. Keeping bears off of meth.
We need to keep the bears off of the meth.
They're problems. Have you ever been approached by a meth bear?
No. Well, no. I mean, I live in the city.
Yeah.
This is one of those things, and this is why it's people stare at us blankly when we're talking about the meth bears.
Yeah, they have no idea.
They have no idea, and who we really need to be doing outreach to is the Uber drivers, Sam. The Uber drivers that are going out to the woods and picking up the bears. They're picking up the bears, and it's like, who else is calling an Uber into the fucking woods.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
bears.
it's like pick me up at mile marker.
'Cause they don't have a
6:15. No, they don't have cars.
No,
they don't. They don't drive, Sam.
don't. Bears
but
can't be
they
trusted either way.
fucking take Ubers. They
I-
take fucking Ubers, Sam. So if we can just get to the Uber drivers, it's like, hey,
Stop.
when bears try and get a ride from you,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Well, in this society, we might be lucky enough to get one of those signs like they have outside the prison, like "Don't pick up."
Don't pick up bears. Yeah, well,
bears
that's what I'm
in
saying.
this area.
We could spend any amount of tax dollars, just going towards these signs of saying, please do not pick up bears, on the side of the road, because the chances are they're going to score meth. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
What are you going to sell a street level dealer, that has a 600-pound fucking bear in their apartment that's coming down off of meth? Are they not going to sell to this bear?
That's true.
I mean, and what are the
say
fucking
no?
results? And the results are these bears rampaging, through their fucking communities. Usually schools. Where they're just like fucking gacked out on fucking shards, tearing school children to shreds.
Politicians are doing nothing.
Yeah, and meanwhile, politicians sitting back, just fucking, living off the fat of the public lamb, and nothing,
Not addressing
nothing done
a real
about the
problem.
fucking meth bears, because who cares about the little guy whose children are being torn limb from limb by tweaker grizzlies?
And that's the thing is, I do believe that they would, use their paws and claws because they're missing teeth, right? And you're not going to get gummed to death by a meth bear.
Yes.
They'll claw you.
Well, and usually the bears, they have like a pretty strong, they don't lose teeth the way that we do, Sam. So there's always going to be some amount of jagged,
extra.
rotting teeth, which is, more than likely, if you lived through being mauled, it would be a nasty infection.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Those poor children
But
that are not being addressed. Schools.
they're tearing
Fringe
apart the
hounds.
schools. Literally, they're rampaging through the campuses and playgrounds,
And as climate
devouring
change-
school children.
As climate change starts to affect meth labs, they're going to move inward towards the cities.
Yeah.
We know this.
No, the meth bears are coming for you and your family.
Keep bears off of meth.
Keep bears off meth.
But for people, give them the meth to take apart our toaster.
Yes, we should be putting keep meth in the hands of meth heads.
Yeah, no,
They're just,
yeah. Where it belongs.
Human meth heads.
Yes.
I don't mean to be speciesist here.
No, yeah.
But we have uses for meth heads.
Yeah.
Meth bears, not so much.
And it's never a polar
Yeah.
bear on meth.
No, exactly.
It's
These are
always
bears
a-
of color, Sam. These are bears of color. They're black bears and brown bears. The fucking polar bears, you don't hear anything about them, do we?
no, yeah.
No, and we have to euthanize these bears too. Because when they come in, we have to have high-powered rifles taking down the meth bears. And it usually takes an incredible hail of bullets, Sam.
Oh, yeah, for a bear.
People are getting caught in the crossfire. It's like fucking,
More children.
It's horrible.
More children.
Yeah.
It is a problem.
It is
Support
a problem. It is a problem.
Our fight against bears on meth. Go to ChuckParkerComedy.com.
ChuckParkerComedy.com. And I think we're getting in the
Keepers.
realm. Are we getting the realm of the thing? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so wrapping up. Like and subscribe, ring the bell.
Yep.
We've got Cash App and Venmo and the Patreon and all the
All
little
that set up. We
little
got
things. It's a free
Facebook,
show if you want to throw
Instagram.
some money in for keeping the bears
It's
off of meth.
really easy to remember. Mostly complaining.
Mostly
So, yeah,
complaining. Mostly complaining.
complaining.
Let's
It's very
see.
straightforward.
What do we
of
got?
info.
What do we got coming up, Sam?
Some advocacy against the meth bears.
I think we're going to be marching on Washington.
Yeah, the million meth bear.
The Million Meth Bear March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's most of the bears.
Yeah. Well,
It's a problem.
we're organizing bears to actually, the former bear addicts have a tendency to work better than the drug counselors that people send to the woods, because the drug counselors will be eaten on sight.
Yeah, we'll
but
have a
those
lot.
former bear addicts, we've been getting more of traction, because
that's
they, speak the bear language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could always supplement with, just crackheads that we pay to march, because they'll walk for us wherever.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Oh, yeah, that's another useful thing that we could use crackheads for.
Protest.
Activism.
Exactly.
We're solving the problems here, people.
Yeah.
Solving the problems.
Because war is
it's not just complaining.
Yeah.
Also solving world problems. We're reorganizing society to be a better fucking place.
Yeah, we're gonna attack all kinds of things. Racism's coming up.
Racism's coming up. Homelessness is coming up. We're solving it all.
Yeah, no,
it's getting fixed.
Yeah, we've already solved the toddlers with guns issue.
Yep.
That was a great
done.
More
gun problem done. Yeah.
Mostly complaining, guys.
Mostly complaining.
Check us out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Yeah.
This apartment is a coffin, and I'm comforted to death. And the howling from my brainstem plants the fear in every breath. Well, they say that suffocation is a lousy way to die. Slowly choking on a memory, then pretending to know why. Mostly complaining, and not much else. I pace a line and mutter to myself.